So what'd you think?
It was good.
That's it? Good?
I enjoyed it. But when you told me I was going to be losing my virginity, I didn't think you meant showing me Raiders of the Lost Ark for the first time.
My apologies. I chose my words poorly. I should have said you were about to have your world rocked on my couch. Anyway, thank you for watching it. It's one of my all-time favorites.
It was very entertaining, despite the glaring story problem.
Story problem? Oh, Amy. What a dewy-eyed mooncalf you are. Raiders of the Lost Ark is the love child of Steven Spielberg and George Lucas, two of the most gifted filmmakers of our generation. I've watched it 36 times, except for the snake scene and the face melting scene, which I can only watch when it's still light out. But I defy you to find a story problem. Here's my jaw. Drop it.
All right. Indiana Jones plays no role in the outcome of the story. Like, if he weren't in the film, it would turn out exactly the same.
Oh, I see your confusion. Now, you don't understand. Indiana Jones was the one in the hat with the whip.
No, I do. And if he weren't in the movie, the Nazis would have still found the Ark, taken it to the island, opened it up, and all died. Just like they did. Let me close that for you.
Sheldon! It's not a great time. What do you want?
Hello to you, too. But I'm sorry, but this is important.
What is it?
Back to the Future 2 was in the Back to the Future 3 case. And Back to the Future 3 was, get this, in the Back to the Future 2 case. So, did you do that? Or am I in the house with an intruder?
Sheldon, I gotta go inside. It's getting rough out here.
You're dodging the question. I knew it was you. What was that?
What was what?
This isn't a very good connection, but it sounded like someone just released a kraken.
Okay. I'm hanging up now. You know there's no such thing as a kraken.
Well, I was worried that you might be missing Leonard. And that might be causing you to have bad dreams. You know, like the kind you'd get if you watched Clash of the Titans right before you went to bed.
Sweetie, did you have a bad dream?
To be honest, I did. Back to the Future 2 was in the Back to the Future 3 case. Leonard did it.
Good night.
No, wait. Perhaps I should sleep here, so you don't miss Leonard as much. Because you're being kind of a baby about it.
You know what? That would make me feel better. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good night.
I'm so glad you guys are friends again.
I'm glad you and I are friends again, too.
No.
Which reminds me, this came in the mail, and I want you to have it.
50 cents off Vagisil.
Think of me when you apply it.
Can I just say, I've missed all of us hanging out together.
Yeah.
Me too.
Since when can Kuthra Polly talk in front of the girls without a beer?
Oh, that happened right after you left.
No one told me?
Can't believe we forgot to tell him.
Think of Sheldon when you apply it.
I think this is the first time we've ever actually been alone together.
Oh, I guess you're right. Wonder why that is.
Well, off the top of my head, I'd say we don't have a lot in common except for the people we're involved with. Plus, when we first met, Penny warned me never to get into a car alone with you.
Yeah. You know, I bet you and I have
more in common than we think.
Such as?
I don't know. Tell me some things you like.
Let's see. I like harps, Little House on the Prairie, medieval poetry, medieval literature.
Hey, how about some music?
Great. Sheldon never lets me listen to music in the car. He doesn't want to be mistaken for a gang member.
Find something you like.
Beatles, boring. Eminem, scary. Weird Al, how old are you? Neil Diamond.
Yeah, I love Neil Diamond.
I love Neil Diamond.
I've reconsidered. You can't work where I work. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Sheldon, I already signed the contract. I cashed a check.
You are not going to come out of this looking good.
Sheldon, I don't understand. I thought you said you were fine with it.
I was, but that was before Howard explained to me how awful it would be if he had to work with his significant other.
He said what?
Oh, now, don't be insulted. He just thinks too much of you would be mind-numbingly tedious.
Excuse me, I need to have a chat with my husband.
Yeah, well, now, keep it short. From what I gather, brevity is your friend. So are we good here?
Listen to me, Sheldon misunderstood. What I meant was if we worked together, there'd be too much of me for you, not the other way around.
Howard, if you're going to lie to your wife, don't start the sentence with Sheldon misunderstood. That's a dead giveaway.
Well?
Okay, fine. I did say that, and I think it's true. I think if we worked together and lived together, we'd get sick of each other.
Yeah, but to be fair, he only said the part about him getting sick of you.
For the love of God, why?
What exactly do you think you'd get sick of?
His only options here are to fake a heart attack or have a real one.
It's nothing in particular.
Is it my voice? Am I too bossy?
My arm is feeling numb.
Nailed it.
That's the wrong arm for a heart attack, doofus.
Sheldon, I know you're in the zone, but do you want some tea? All right, I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but you haven't spoken in hours, and I'm starting to get worried. Please say something.
Leonard, prepare to be humbled and weep at the glory of my genius.
Nope, it was better before.
Look at it. I feel like my mind just made a baby. And it's beautiful. It's not like human babies, which are loud and covered in goop.
Holy crap, Sheldon. Did you just figure out a method for synthesizing a new, stable, super heavy element?
Yo, did I? Well, that can't be right. No one's ever done that before, except me, because I just did it. Sheldon and his brain, yeah. 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 Sheldon and his brain,
Yeah, definitely better before.
Sheldon. Excuse me. Is it at all possible that you're knitting a pair of pants? Oh, no, you're understandably terrified. Allow me to explain. 45 days ago, I embarked on a railroad journey of healing because when my university was making me do string theory, my favorite comic book store burned down, and when my roommate got engaged, my girlfriend wanted to move in with me, which was no doubt a ploy just to see my, well, excuse my language, but my bathing suit parts. Sir, may I use your phone?
I don't think so.
Yeah, wait, no. I understand that I'm half naked, but there is a reasonable explanation. While I slept in my sleeper car, all my possessions were stolen. Now, typically I wear pajamas, but I recently adopted a hobo lifestyle, and pajamas are the sleep pants of the man. I'll have you know, Mahatma Gandhi wore no pants, and a nation rallied behind him. My good man, now before you walk away, I know that I may appear deranged, but I am, in fact, a world-renowned physicist. Ask me the difference between a boson and a fermion. You go ahead, ask. Bosons have integer spin. Fermions have half-integer spin. My legs are getting cold. Why won't anybody help me?
Next question for the Butterfinger. How long is a galactic year?
250 million years.
Yes!
Okay, this one is for a Cadbury cream egg.
Oh, it's not even Easter time. This is crazy.
Which Archimedean solid has 20 regular triangular faces, 30 square faces, 12 pentagonal faces, 60 vertices, and 120 edges?
The rhombiconsic dodecahedron!
Yes!
We are so smart!
Why didn't girls like us in high school?
Because we were awkward and weird and couldn't play sports!
Right again!
The first pitch will be thrown out by NASA astronaut Howard Wolowitz.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can he really throw a ball?
On our Quidditch team, he doesn't.
Yeah, that's a no.
I have a message for the young people here today. When I was asked to throw the first pitch, a little voice in my head said I couldn't do it. So I practiced and practiced, and you know what? That little voice was right. But then I remembered that I'm not an athlete. I'm a scientist. So today's first pitch will be delivered to home plate by science. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I present to you a working prototype of the Mars rover! And here's the windup and the pitch.
Why is it going so slow?
Because I'm an idiot who didn't think this through.
Okay, new plan. We go to Disneyland, play hide and seek on Tom Sawyer's Island, and then come back and see the end of the pitch.
Okay, moving isn't gonna make it go any faster.
There's some ways we could set our comic book store apart from the competition.
Kids buy comic books. It would be great to figure out a way to get more kids in the store.
You know, when I was a kid, I loved going there, but I could never get a ride.
Ooh, what if we got a van and drove around and picked kids up?
Nice. You like at parks and schools.
Toy stores, puppet shows.
Hold on. So, your idea is to get a van and cruise the streets looking for kids to pick up?
Yes.
And are you going to use candy to lure them in?
We are now.
Hold on, pause. Something doesn't make sense. Look, in 2015, Biff steals the sports almanac and takes the time machine back to 1955 to give it to his younger self. But as soon as he does that, he changes the future. So the 2015 he returns to would be a different 2015, not the 2015 that Marty and Doc were in.
This is Hot Tub Time Machine all over again. If future Biff goes back to 2015 right after he gives young Biff the almanac, he could get back to the 2015 with Marty and Doc in it. Because it wasn't until his 21st birthday that 1955 Biff placed his first bet.
Whoa. Is placed right?
What do you mean?
Is placed the right tense for something that would have happened in the future of a past that was affected by something from the future?
Had will have placed?
That's my boy.
Okay, so it wasn't until his 21st birthday that Biff will have placed his first bet and made his millions. That's when he altered the timeline.
Yeah, but he will haven't placed it.
What?
On Unlike Hot Tub Time Machine, this couldn't be more simple. Look, when Biff gets the almanac in 1955, the alternate future he creates isn't the one in which Marty and Doc Brown ever use the time machine to travel to 2015. Therefore, in the new timeline, Marty and Doc never brought the time machine.
Wait. Is brought right?
Marty and Doc never have had brought?
I don't know. You did it to me.
I'm going with it. Marty and Doc never had brought the time machine to 2015. That means 2015 Biff could also not have had brought the almanac to 1955 Biff. Therefore, the timeline in which 1955 Biff gets the almanac is also the timeline in which 1955 Biff never gets the almanac. And not just never gets. Never have, never hasn't, never hasn't.
He's right.
What about the late fees on our credit card because somebody didn't pay the bill on time?
Well, maybe I would have paid it if I wasn't also doing everything else around here.
Oh, you're saying I don't do anything around here? Look at my torch chart.
She made him a torch.
I see it.
Do the dishes. There's a star right there.
That was a pity star. Putting water in the roasting pan and leaving it in the sink is not doing the dishes.
That pan had to soak, and you know it.
Well, don't come crying to me when you don't get your allowance.
It's not an allowance, it's a stipend. And we said we weren't gonna call it an allowance in front of my friends.
I usually don't like lemon bars, but these are really good. Oh my God.
Leonard, I was wrong. Heaven does exist. And it's in the basement of a urologist's house in Sherman Oaks.
Welcome to my fortress of solitude. This is where I go to get away from all my other solitude.
Come on, it's a replica.
Original.
Oh, I think I just cheated on my wife.
The gun from Hellboy.
Yep.
How did you get it?
Bought it at auction.
Oh. I was hoping for a juicy tidbit about Ron Perlman's testicles.
Oliver, I'm gonna play bingo.
Okay, Mother. Have fun.
Still lives with his mom. Yikes, right?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how to respond.
Wow, Donkey Kong. This was my game when I was a kid.
Because it's a story of a pretty blonde girl tirelessly pursued by a small, oddly shaped man?
No, because I liked it.
Now, don't get defensive. You're oddly shaped, but you got the girl.
Next game, let's switch helmets.
No, I'd look silly in that helmet.
Further, have either of you prepared your own vows?
Yes.
No. You wrote vows?
Yeah.
I don't have any. You're kind of making me look bad.
It's okay. I don't have to say them.
No, go ahead. I'll come up with something mushy. You'll cry. We got this.
Penny, we are made of particles that have existed since the moment the universe began. I like to think those atoms traveled 14 billion years through time and space to create us so that we could be together and make each other whole.
Wow.
Penny?
Right, okay. Leonard, you're not only the love of my life, I mean, you're my best friend. And you've got a friend in me. You got troubles. I got them too. There isn't anything I wouldn't do for you. We stick together and we can see it through because you've got a friend in me.
Is that the song from Toy Story?
He loves that movie.
I do.
I'm Dr. Sheldon Cooper, and welcome to Sheldon Cooper Presents Fun with Flags. You may notice that I'm holding a remote control. That's because my camera person and co-host, Dr. Amy Farrah Fowler, has chosen to end her relationship with me. I'm going to pause here to let that sink in. Okay. If you need to pause a little longer, just click the pause button. But the show must go on, and thankfully all the things my girlfriend used to do can be taken care of with my right hand. Anyway, let's not spend any more time talking about her. We're here to talk about flags. Tonight's theme, flags of countries that have been torn apart, and the women I have a feeling were responsible. And then the Czech Republic says to Slovakia, I don't think you understand how being broken up works. Do you believe that? You think that the Czech Republic would try to hold on to what it had, given that it's not as young as it used to be? And I don't see any other countries lining up to invade its southern borders.
I'm gonna kill him.
But enough about the Czech Republic. Let's talk about the time Moldova made Romania a birthday cake. And Romania said it tasted good even though it didn't. And yet Romania gets dumped. I'll pause here while you mull that one over. I know, right?
When did you learn how to change a tire?
Every self-respecting gentleman should know how in case he comes across a damsel in distress by the side of the road.
If I see one scorpion, I am getting on someone's shoulders and never coming down.
And there's your damsel.
Wow, this one's really stuck.
Are you turning it the right way?
No. I took the other four off, and when I got to this one, I thought, no, I'm gonna run. Let's shake things up.
Here, let me try. You're right, it doesn't turn the other way.
All right. This rust, combined with the aluminum recovered from the van, is now thermite.
Right. A couple pinches ought to do the trick.
Is that enough to melt the lug nut?
Well, let's start small. We can always add more.
You put up a good fight, lug nut, but you've met your match.
Hey, look, the lug nut's off.
I just need to ask you a few standard questions.
Sure.
It says here you're a chemist. Which element on the periodic table do you feel is too big for its britches? Is that supposed to be a joke? Looks like argon's not the only one with an attitude problem. In general, would you say that you smell better, worse, or the same as you do right now? I was going to ask you what is the best fruit, but then I realized what I want to ask you is why is there a Band-Aid on your forearm? But then I realized what I really want to ask you is can you just go? You're healthy, you have a job in the sciences, and I've got to say, if this credit report comes back good, you're the front runner.
Okay, show me on God. Good. Knees bent, swipe me over the toe, non-sword hand up for balance.
Oh, I am going to feel this tomorrow.
Okay, the first move is called an advance. You move your front foot forward, heel to toe, back foot follows. So, front foot forward, heel to toe, back foot follows. Now you try. Advance. And advance. And advance.
This is easy. I didn't need to wear a cup.
Good. This next move is called a retreat. Step back. Back foot first, toe to heel, front foot follows. On 3.
Excuse me, Barry.
Yes?
When can I stab one of my friends?
In fencing, we don't call it a stab, we call it a touch.
Yes, I'm aware, but if I say I want to touch one of my friends, I'll get called into human resources.
Okay, on 3. Cooper and Kuthwapowie advance, the other two retreat. 1, 2, 3. Very good. Switch it up. 1, 2, 3. Switch again. 1, 2, 3. Excuse me. Can I play you back? No, I'm teaching a class. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thanks. And 1, 2, 3.
Then put the app on your phone.
Yeah, Stuart got 2 dates with it.
One of which would have ended in sex had she not said no. Okay, all set.
Okay, let me see. Nope. 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 No, oh, he's cute.
Doesn't a teardrop tattoo mean he murdered someone?
And he's sad about it.
Hey, hello.
Hey.
Hey, I thought you were gonna be out late.
If you wanted me to stay out later, you should have given me more spending money.
What are you guys up to?
We put Amy on a dating app and we're seeing what's out there.
Oh, fun. Let me see. No. No. Definitely not.
What was wrong with that guy?
He's Indian. We've already got one of those. Ooh, we should find a nice Latino. Really round us out.
I want to try.
Excuse me, can I have my phone back?
Hang on, I'm trying to find you the next great love of your life, the man who will father your children. Okay, yes or no on white guy with dreadlocks?
Yeah.